All right, I should be live now. I'm going to check Twitch here. Hello, Chris Dawson. All right, let's make sure everybody can see me okay. And let's see, let me refresh my Twitch page here. And here I am. Good, very good. I wanted to make sure the sound's yes, perfect, perfect, coming through. Good morning, Chris Dawson. Welcome, good to see you. Hey, I'm gonna place the link to come on live to share your knowledge. And let's see, invite the guest. Let's copy that. Um, and I'm going to place it into the Twitch chat box here to join in live. Go to this link, everybody. If you want to share something live with the audience, you're welcome to do that. And there it is right there. I just placed it in the chat box. Good morning. Happy New Year. Gosh, we had another year. A lot of exciting things happening. Cool. Kevin's here. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Great to see you.
You too?
So, how was your Christmas holiday?
It was good. I'm glad that
Yes.
the holidays are done. I just eat too much during, I
So
just
did I.
feel done eating.
It's like why does my doctor want to schedule our checkups like right before Christmas?
Yeah. Or right
Like,
after
not good.
Christmas.
All right, so if I sound a little strange, it's because I caught a little bit of a cold.
Ooh.
It's not bad. It's just light. My body's knocking it off, and I'm taking all types of vitamins specifically for taking colds out.
Mm. You pretty much just got to let it run its course.
Yeah, pretty much. Just have patience. Okay, so Kevin's here, Chris Dawson's here. A bunch of other people just jumped in, but I can't see their names because they haven't responded to the chat yet. So come in, share, introduce yourself, share where you're from, what the weather's like in your area. As I always state, I live in a city where the weather sucks everywhere else, which is San Diego. And we'll get started here. So, Kevin, go ahead and share your screen so I have it up here anyway, ready to go when we're ready.
All right, hold on.
Go ahead. I had a little bit of exciting time over the holidays. As you all know, I teach photography workshops as well, and I was in Death Valley actually last year, mid last year, and the hotel Death Valley Inn asked me to um, put up a permanent exhibition of my photography throughout their whole entry areas. All right, there's another Kevin F here. Cool, I see it. There it is. That's it. So I was in Death Valley hanging artwork on the wall. Greetings, Essence. Hey, welcome. It is 30 degrees in Moscow, Idaho. Gosh, you can have it. When it gets close to 60 degrees in San Diego, people get bad attitudes. Real
You're
fast.
breaking a sweat here if it's 60.
Yeah. No. And I heard rumors that we have 80-degree weather coming up again pretty soon. So once again, if anybody wants to come on and share live, go ahead and there's the link. Come and jump on and join us, and we'll I'll put you on and let you share your screen so you can share in Blender or LightWave what you might like to share. So everybody put in the chat box, what did you do for the Christmas holidays? Everybody who's here with us. what did you guys do for the holidays? I'll share a little bit. I got some pictures. I figured I'll kind of just for the fun of it, just kind of share with everybody. Let me go open them up real quick, and the good thing is I got the opportunity to be permanently displayed at the Death Valley Inn. The bad thing was it rained every day,
Mm.
so it was nothing but rain and thunderstorms the entire time I was there. So it wasn't an opportunity to kind of get out and photograph. So I was kind of a little bit bored. All right, here let me share my screen real quick, and then I'm going to share Kevin's just a little bit. Um, Let me go to here, share screen. Cool, share entire screen and share that one. Okay, I'm looking for the. I placed Death Valley Inn. There it is. All right. Now these are some cell phone shots. Let me take them out of here, and I think you guys might enjoy this. And then I'll show you the actual images that I use to. Let me go to Bridge. I think Bridge is always a nice program to use to display this stuff. And we got some exciting Blender stuff coming up today. You guys are gonna love it. All right, so let me go to the gallery stuff first. We'll come back to this one. Um, Go to storage and where we go. There we go. Promotional images, Death Valley in. There. All right, so this should be coming up a little bit. Yeah, there they are taking a little time coming up here, kind of caching. So some quick cell phone shots. These will be coming up in just a little bit. Let me see if I. Huh. All right, that's kind of acting stupid. So how about if we just do it this way? Go to extra large. See now Windows sees it just fine, real quick. So here's yeah, I'll there are a lot more shots of this, but let me go ahead and double click this here and open it up. Some of the gallery, the works of the wall. Now this is just the main areas to the right. The guest area is here. We got another guest area to the far right. I'm not sure if I have images of all that, but the frame pieces are 22 inches by 28 inches, with the exception of some of the large ones that are on the wall. Got a little placard there with the QR code. It's kind of fun. Um, and then I think I've shown you guys this before, but I'll share with you again the images that are actually hanging up there. Um, I'm going to go over to, yeah, that's it right there. Go over to my artwork and then go to photography. Go to Death Valley. Yes. Okay, there we go. JPEGs. Actually, no, printer ready. These are what went to the printer and then resize for the printer. JPEGs. That's a lot easier. Okay, so I should be able to see these on Bridge with no problem. So I'm going to just go back. There we go. Resize prints JPEGs. There it is. Yeah, so these are the ones that are actually hanging on the wall there. So I think I showed you guys this before I had left, but I can't remember, so I figured I'd just share it again. So it's kind of fun. That's what I did on my Christmas vacation. I spent Christmas Day here, then did it right afterwards. So I drove up to Death Valley and was hoping to do some photography while I was out there, but it rained the entire time. I did do some photography while I was out there, but the images aren't processed yet, right? All the images are not processed yet. And I want to show you guys the processed images. So those will be coming up. I'll share that with you guys later. Okay, Chris Dawson says, howdy, finally see something. Yes, Chris, can see us now. Happy New Year to you too, Chris. All right, so I've got your screen being shared, Kevin. I'm gonna let you take the stage.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I'm gonna unshare my screen, remove mine, and add yours,
Oops.
and turn off that.
All right. Is
Cool.
this something, months back or whatever on one of your previous meetings? I showed some stuff that I had made an Audrey 2 creature plant in Blender and animated it to the scenes from one of the scenes in the film. I'll just show that again as a recap, but then I'll show you another shot that I animated with the Audrey thing. So I'll just show you this real quick to show you what I had originally done with my Audrey model that I made in Blender.
Oh boy, look, I got an idea. I'm gonna go down to Schmendrick's and pick you up some nice sharp sirloin.
Must be blood.
Tui, that's disgusting.
Must be fresh.
I don't want to hear this. Does it have to be human? Does it have to be mine? Where am I supposed to get it?
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
So this was just, part of a scene that I chose to remove the original Audrey. Like in this shot here, the Audrey that you see on the right is actually the one from the film that they were filming with on set. And then when we cut to my shot here, this is the model that I built. So we just kind of go, bless you.
Thanks.
So we just kind of go back and forth with this, with some of these scenes. But what I wanted to do next was, I wanted to do a lot more, but I only got to do one other thing. But if anyone saw this original film, which came out in the 80s, you didn't see the original ending to the movie. If you saw this film, you saw an ending that they had reshot because the audience, the preview that theaters, the studios do a preview of the movie before it's widely released. And the preview did not go over well with the ending of the film. The original ending had both main characters, which was him, Seymour, and Audrey is the woman in the movie. They both get, killed by the plant. He gets eaten by the plant. She just dies from injuries from the plant. And then the plants take over the world. Well, the audience hated that ending. And the original movie spent about a whole third of the budget on the ending of the movie. So the original ending, these characters die, and then the the plants end up in stores, like little tiny plants, and people are buying them by the thousands and taking them home. The plants grow huge. They're like the size of a city. They start busting through the buildings in the city. They're destroying the city. The army comes and they're shooting at it. Like the whole thing is just a whole nother movie in that last 15 minutes. It is so different than the original, than the first, hour and a half that you were watching. It's just, it's insane. So when I learned about this, I actually knew about this a few years ago of this original ending. And some of the stuff was online. They actually had the footage of it all. And it's just incredible to watch. So I just decided to do one other shot with Audrey big in the city. Now my Audrey is actually a lot smaller than the ones that they show in their film. But
I was sitting there thinking, please God, let him show us the scene where he gets eaten by the plant.
Yeah, so I just I'll show you this in Blender in a second, but
That's cool.
these kind of things are fun to do. But Normally when I do like explosions and other effects and things, I usually export a bunch of null objects from the 3D shot into After Effects for placement, so I can place my own explosions and swap them out and try different things. But in this case, I actually did it all in Blender. I decided to just do the whole all the explosions and stuff without compositing. So I just wanted to do it all in camera. So I just downloaded a city that I found for free, which was a pretty cool model. Actually, let me switch back to this. It's getting really slow to navigate.
So far, what I'm seeing is very, very cool.
Thanks. Yeah, so I have a bunch of explosions. The explosions are on cards here. These polygons here. These just. I'll go back to this view. So my computer slows down when I put it in this mode. Sorry, guys. Everything's moving in slow motion when I go into this mode while I'm streaming.
Yeah, the StreamYard is competing with your graphics card as well.
Yeah. So anyway, this is all, I'm doing this all on camera here with these cards, and the explosions I have alpha channels on them, so that's why that they're able to key nicely in the shot. But I'm just going to switch back to this mode for a second. So one of the things I have is, an explosion goes off, this car tumbles. What I did was I actually used physics to fling the car, but I didn't want to take the model of the car because it's got a lot of polygons. If you're doing any physics with a high poly model, it can go much slower. So I just like to work in real time, real fast. So what I did was I made just basically a bounding box cube object for it. And I parented the car to the cube. And the cube has physics on it. The car does not. So I'm using a cube, and I'm animating it for about 4 frames to fly up and start to twist in a certain direction. And then after that 4th frame, I'm turning on the physics simulator, which basically kicks in and continues the motion that I started to keyframe, but it continues that motion with physics. So what I did was, I was trying to get the car to flip and fly a certain direction. So I would just do that a bunch of times really quickly with that cube instead of the car model. And once I got that right, then I just baked that motion. And I have the car parented to the cube, so it just goes along for the ride the way the cube did. And I have a bunch of people running around in the scene down here. Last summer, I had done an animation for the Blob, for a Blob short movie to enter into a contest. And I had all these guys left over running around. So I had a lot of motion capture guys. So I put those guys in the shot, and they disappear because once they're off camera, I don't like things running around still and moving because they might be casting shadows back into the shot that I don't want. So I just have them, each guy is parented to a little null object here. So at a certain point, it looks like they're actually disappearing. But what I'm doing is I'm just animating this thing going through the floor in 1 frame. So they just disappear in 1 frame. And that was easier to do because a lot of these objects are made up of many objects, that people have, shoes and clothing and, a bunch of parts. And I didn't want to go in and animate that through like, some sort of transparency keyframing, because then I'd have to go to each object to make it disappear. So I just simplified it by having them fly through the floor in one frame. Yeah, and there's other than that, it's just I've got a little bit of fog set up in the scene. This is slow. So I've got fog set up in the scene so that it kind of catches the lighting a little better, stuff like that. Oh boy, this is slow. Hold on. Another thing I did was the windows in the buildings. If I was to, let me just solo this out here. Nope, it's the wrong one. Okay, if I solo these guys out, what I did was just in the material editor for this, let me pop over to that to show you. So in the material editor for the windows, I just set up a simple, I have a Voronoi texture. I was trying out a noise texture originally, but I'm using this Voronoi texture to kind of change the randomness of the lights on or lights off in the buildings, So I just have it kind of, I picked a texture that I like that kind of randomly shows some on or some off. And then that's piped into a color ramp, which lets me control the warmth color of the windows, lighting up the rooms. So that's just feeding into the emission, shader.
Do you have an option in there where each window has a slightly different color lighting in it?
No,
okay.
This is just literally a quick, way of kind of randomly changing it.
You didn't do the random option in it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, years ago in LightWave, I did something with a building where I created these rooms. They were just simple cubes with texture mapped interiors of different rooms. And they were instanced onto where the windows would be. So they were instanced inside the building randomly.
Gotcha.
But I just wanted something really quick for this. It's not like the camera is looking into the rooms or anything like that.
So what you're doing is you're animating using a color ramp, the various illuminations.
Yes. Yeah, the color ramp is giving me the colors for what I'm doing, but the texture is giving me the randomness. So
right. It's going through the luminosity.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That's a simple, clean, effective technique.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you can, all these, your color ramps, you can change your slightly different color values or whatever. That looks horrible, but.
So you can even add additional, you can't add, well, you can add color, but you really want that to be black and white, right?
No, I wanted a warmthness to the colors. I didn't want.
Oh, I see. So that's going to the color aspects of it. Got it. So
this is just affecting the color. So if I took the saturation out, it would be like what you just said. It would be just sort of a grayscale.
You're not using it for intensity necessarily, more for color.
Yeah, I'm using it to randomize the colors a little bit.
Got it. Yeah, nice. That's effective. I like it, and that's great for doing little lighting effects on starships. Like if you have like a clear panel or something, you want to give it various intensities and color modulations and graduation. That's a good technique for it.
Yeah, if you had the the Enterprise and it's got 500 little tiny dot windows on it.
Yeah, that's pretty effective. Good job.
Thanks. let's see, let me unsolo this here. Yeah, there's nothing really else about this scene. The Audrey creature itself, it's rigged up with bones and different, slightly different rigs. Like I have.
I would love to see your rig set up. I think everybody would like to see that. See how you rigged it.
All right, let me find. Let's see. Let's see here. Trying to remember which my original thing here. It's been a while since I worked on it. All right, so let me see if I can get my graphics card to fight the StreamYard. Okay. Yeah, so I've got, it's a pretty basic, rig. The Audrey model itself is made in a bunch of different pieces. I have, basically subdivided polygons with texture maps of these larger leaves on them.
David Glenn made a comment here saying he thinks it's part of the problem may be the fact that Blender is not optimized for metal graphic engines at this time. This makes real time in Mac rather hard.
I'm not even using metal.
Yeah.
I have an older version. I'm on an older version of Blender here.
Okay.
But that could be
working
true.
on that for the future.
Yeah.
Cool. And Glenn and David, just while you're here, I'm gonna put the link to come join us live. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah, so I've got just kind of a basic rig, with some bones controlling things like the jaw opening and closing. And also on each model, because I had animated Audrey in that other scene earlier with, singing with Seymour, I have some shape keys set up, which allow me to animate, different aspects of the talking that I needed it to do. So I have, just different mouth shapes that I've sculpted in. So besides just animating the mouth opening and closing, I need to articulate the vowels and the sounds that are being made.
Can you share with us your shape keys?
Yeah, I'm showing them here on the right side here.
Well, there they are. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the truncated. I see. I just maximized my screen here. Now I can see what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, I just have some, shapes set up like I have one called lip M, like for a sound, a closed mouth sound. So this was obviously the top of the head. And then I have, so if I wanted the top of the head to form an M and the bottom jaw, I think I have, so it's basically a combination of a lot of different, shape keys. I could have rigged it with, Rigify, then I'd have a whole bunch of keyframes that I'd have to animate, which take more time because, a Rigify rig, you would put like all these bones along the perimeter of the mouth on the top and bottom. So then it gets a lot more time intensive to form all of your vowels and everything because you've got a lot more bones to control. But I like working quicker So I kind of like this method of using shape keys to kind of, because you can combine shape keys. You don't have to just use one, shape key. You can use, several of them to combine them to form, different mouth shapes and things. So that's how basically I'm doing the, the vowel shapes, and the tongue, has a bunch of
bones in it.
Yeah. There's something in LightWave that I wish was here in Blender. If I right-clicked on a bone in LightWave, it would just select from that bone down to the end of the chain. I don't know if that's a thing in Blender, if anybody knows that. That'd be...
Well, if you hold, I think you hold the shifting control down, and select your last bone. It should select everything in between it. It should. Oh, it's not doing it?
Well, anyway, so...
because you have to look that up, look that shortcut up.
But... so the tongue has a set of bones in it also.
Is it invert? Is it IK in the tongue?
No. It's just a forward kinematic.
Okay.
And this is a bendy bone rig
Oh,
here.
I love those.
Yeah, they're really quite useful. Whoops. The bones for each of the the vines, or these like tentacles, I guess they're vines. These things have these are kind of trickier to set up. They have a damped one of the bone constraints are called damped track. So it has a damped track applied to each one except the end bone, which I'm animating. I'll show you in a second. So damped track basically is like I forget what it's called in LightWave, but damped track uses each bone in succession and creates like a slight what do you call it, like a delay in its movement. So if you want to animate a tail or something, you could just animate the end bone, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I have a noise modifier on I guess my Y rotation channel here. Well, first, let me back up a step. Sorry. Okay, so on this bone chain, each bone has this damped track bone constraint on it. And the way you set it up is you apply the damp track to this bone, and it needs to point to the next bone in line, which was be the one in front of it, and so on and so on and so on. And now each bone can have an influence setting, and here I have them all pretty much set the same at 0.7. That controls basically how much, how floppy the waviness of it is, or how stiff the waviness of it is.
So it's 0.7 of the effect of the previous bone.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it's calculating or determining that 0.7 number, but yeah, if it was set to 1, they don't do anything at all. Anything lower, they start to get, a little like floppier. So you could animate these by hand. I don't want to do that. So I found, this method to be, a lot simpler.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. And the thing is, you have to, like right now I'm scrubbing back and forth, and they're just kind of continuing their motion. What you have to do is, before I render my shot, I have to select all the bones I hit A, and then I go to animation, and I bake the action.
Okay.
You have to bake the keyframes, because if you don't, and then you go to render, you'll get like, they'll just be doing things you don't want them to do. It's kind of like if you're rendering particle simulation on a render farm,
Right.
you're screwed. You've just ruined it.
So you want to be keyframe set in stone.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the setup for this. She's got damp track bones and shape keys.
Would you share how you modeled it?
Well, I don't know that I've saved all like any in between stuff.
Did you start with a cube?
I believe I did. Yeah, I think I started with a cube, and then I just started, subdividing it. Yeah, I've got. I pretty much just started with a cube. You're right, and just started to, eyeball it, looking at the original Audrey model. For the teeth, I just kind of, I believe I just selected some of the polys. Oops, get rid of that. I selected, tab into edit mode here. So originally, she was modeled facing up. I selected, some of the polygons here, and I beveled them out in order to get the teeth, and then I just tapered the ends down to be,
That way it's all part of the same mesh. That's great.
Same with the bottom there. I think, trying to think. I think, for the tentacles, I may have started with a spline and then just, how you can add thickness to the curve. And then I just rounded the ends of the curve off and closed them up. Like I was mentioning earlier, I had some leaf images that I had found and gotten the alpha channels. I think I cut them out in Photoshop. Let's see. So I have like leaves like this.
That's cool.
Some other leaf.
So you just bring them in as an alpha channel, and
and then so I just have this, this leaf here, and the alpha channel for it piped into the alpha here. It's pretty simple setup. It's got a little bit of a bump mapping to it, I guess, here.
And then subdivide the plane that the leaf is on and just go to town with your sculpting tools.
I think I just used a little noise tool on that.
And then your sculpting tools to kind of get it to conform to your shape to help too. That's great. Yeah, this is very, very effective, man.
And I painted her texture map in Blender. Let's see.
So David Glenn mentioned, let me see if I can. David Glenn mentioned that he's doing a plant-like creature for VTuber, but he finds this more interesting.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, the original ending to this film was just insane. They spent so much money on it, and then the preview audience hated it, and they went and reshot the ending that you end up seeing in the movie, which was a happy ending. You know, they both live. They both like.
And they kill the plant. Or do they kill the plant?
Yeah, they kill. He electrocutes the plant,
Okay.
and then they go live in this happy, house. Like everything's bright and
Were
colorful.
you're old enough to remember Day of the Triffids?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that one though, but I know the film. Yeah, was it black and white or was that color?
Black and white.
Yeah. Um,
So a friend of mine, younger friend, is a sci-fi fan, and he's in his 40s. And I started mentioning certain science fiction movies that I enjoy. Then I quickly discovered that he's never seen before.
Hmm.
So I sent him a list. It's like these movies I'm going to mention, just because we're talking about the sci-fi horror stuff here. The movies I'm about to mention, he's never even seen before. And I'm talking about the original versions of Westworld, Logan's Run, Forbidden Planet,
yeah,
The Blob. He's never seen that with Steve McQueen.
yeah,
This Island Earth, The Flesh Eaters. And it's like he had no idea what these movies were. I said, no, here's the list. Go find them. Go watch them. Because if you're a sci-fi fan, you got to know these movies.
yeah.
Oh, and also the Forbidden Planet. He didn't even know what that was.
Oh
So it's
wow.
like, oh my gosh, dude! I said that was basically the precursor to Star Trek.
Yeah, that id that
Yeah,
that was
it
so
was
cool.
it was 1958,
Yeah,
and Star Trek came out what 63 or 64 or somewhere around there.
yeah.
And Star Trek used some of the parts from Forbidden Planet on their set, and that was Leslie Nielsen's debut, right?
I don't know if that was his first film. I don't know, but yeah,
It-
one of his early films before he turned
But
into kind of a
you would
goofy actor.
never recognize him if someone didn't tell you that was Leslie Nielsen as a captain.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone recognizes him
Whoa.
from the
From the
Naked Gun movies
yeah, exactly.
or Police Squad, that TV show
Yeah.
that was great.
Where am I supposed to get it?
This is great. Oh, well I did, Chris. I did. Okay, Chris just made a comment to me. Don't forget Invasion of the Saucer. I did. I said Invasion of the Saucer Men, didn't I?
Invasion of the Body
Yeah,
Snatchers.
it's on the list. I've got it right here. I've got Westworld, Logan's Run, Forbidden Planet, Invasion of the Saucer Men, The Blob, War of the Worlds, This Island Earth, The Flesh Eaters, and Night of the Living Dead. He had no idea what that was.
Oh, you know what? You should check out too. And I saw this just I don't know, like a month ago.
Yeah,
Called Planet of the Vampires. It's
I've
a
seen it.
horrible name.
It's an old black and white. I
No,
think it
it's
is.
color. And
Okay, but it's in the 60s.
yeah, and it's
Right.
color.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's very interesting.
It's you can see where the writer of the movie Alien got some of his material from, because
Yeah.
it's kind of the same premise. These space whatever, they're flying around in spaceships. They hear a distress beacon and they land on a planet to check it out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of similarities between
Yeah.
that film and Alien. And
So-
it's not it's it's in the 60s, so this one is kind of a cheesier, it's not as well done as it could have been, but you can see all the ingredients are there
Right.
for that movie Alien, back in the
Right.
70s.
So
Plus they had some really cool costumes in that in this movie. But it's an interesting one to check out, and it's kind of creepy and eerily entertaining.
Right. So Chris Dawson says he was living in Dallas when they filmed Logan's Run. That's right.
Well, cool.
Let's see. The initial local news reported that Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin were going to be in it. Chris Dawson mentioned. Well, they obviously didn't end up being in it.
Yeah.
The data is to still. Essence made a comment about that. Yeah, that's a great one. The data. That's right. I forgot to mention that to him. The data is just stood still. Navy versus the Night Monsters. I don't remember that one. Navy. Let me look that up real quick. I'm curious. He's old. The Navy versus the Night. Let me look that up real fast.
That new Spielberg film that just, I don't know, did it come out or is it going to come out? They shot that here in New Jersey. I'm in Jersey. They were filming that this past year in and around where I live.
Well, I'm looking at the poster for Navy versus the Night Monsters. I don't recognize this movie. Huh. I'm going to have to check that one out. When I was a kid, when my brother and I used to watch all the sci-fi horror movies. The one that scared me the most was Night of the Living Dead. I could not sleep for almost 2 weeks after I saw that movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Invasion of the Body Snatchers too.
Yeah, well, that's a very good one.
Yeah.
The original. None of the remakes have ever stood up.
Oh, I don't know. I might have to disagree with you on that one.
Okay. Well, okay. Then we might agree on the one that might stand up to. Which one do you like the most?
I like the remake better. And also The Thing, I like the remake better.
There were several remakes on Invasion. There's a bunch of remakes.
Oh, yeah. The 1978 one is, for me, the one that's really...
Okay. Is that the one with Donald Sutherland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I like the most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
I agree. We agree on that.
Yeah.
But it was not like the original black and white. It didn't have this psychological headiness, fearful psychological aspect to it like the original black and white version. I don't think it did. But I do like it.
Yeah.
All the remakes.
But I think The Thing is I like the John Carpenter version better than.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah,
that was an excellent remake because I didn't know what to expect when I went to the theater, and then when I saw this thing, I thought, "What the hell?" Was really different.
Yeah,
and they're doing another one. They're in production with Kurt Russell. They're doing a new one.
See. I have to say, Hollywood continuing to pound on things like I don't know. I don't think Ridley Scott did another Gladiator film, and I thought that was awful. It was leave it alone.
Says the beginning of the end. Yeah, that's a good one. Beginning of the end.
Mm.
So Chris Dawson, he gave me a YouTube to watch. I'll go check that one out. Let's see. It's The Terror from Beyond Space. Big influence on Alien also. Okay, The Terror from Beyond Space. Look that up real quick. Cool. So I got a bunch I got to look up.
Mm.
The Terror from Beyond Space. Let's see what it looks like. There it is. It popped up real fast. The Terror from Beyond looks like a. Oh, what the hell? It looks like a Gamera type monster, like a giant turtle. I've never seen this one. I've never seen this one. I'm going to have to go check that one out.
Mm.
All right, thanks, Chris. Major man-like creatures, what he's saying. Okay. This Island Earth. This Island Earth is a very good one. I'm gonna send that to my friend too. Cleveland, that's cool.
I had downloaded a really crappy low-res version just to look at of the ending of Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
But this is the original ending that I'm showing. The things grow huge. They're like in a nightclub, and they break through. Then we go out on the streets. It's on the bridge. People are scaring. These things are like huge in the streets. We spent so much money on miniatures and doing all kinds of it's incredible. And then people are like running and screaming, and I wanted to do more of this stuff. I just didn't get a chance.
I don't know. I kind of like this ending better.
Yeah, it's very it's completely opposite from the first hour and a half that you were watching. But and then the army comes in at some point.
Then they get wiped out.
No, they don't.
How could the army fail to eliminate those giant plants? Just use a flamethrower. That'll deal with them.
And then there comes the army, and they're shooting at these things, and
the bullets have no effect.
Nope.
They're probably just 22s in there. That's what it is. Just bounces off their flesh.
They're plants. And then this is the ending of the film here. They're all over the Statue of Liberty. The helicopters can't get rid of them. The army can't get rid of them. And then this is the end here.
Well, opens it up for a sequel, right?
And then the lights busts through the theater screen. Yeah, it was a really mayhem ending. It's just
they had fun with this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Russian films. Oh my gosh, Christoph was talking about this. There's a whole host of old Russian sci-fi films. Those are really, really gothic. Some of the even the Spanish or the Mexican films, so like vampire films and sci-fi films, are like more bloody and more ghoulish than American ones.
Yeah, I think the rating system was different back in the 60s. They could do some more things than they could in the 80s, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Or show some more things.
Of course, they didn't have the same restrictions on the rules of what you can show and what you can't show.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I was going to show here.
Oh gosh, that's perfect timing because we pretty much have our, let's see, about 11 o'clock now. We have our 15-minute break, and I think Glenn will be coming back. Evidently he was at the hospital getting a blood draw. He said he'll be back to his computer soon, so maybe he'll get back about right after break or so. So we'll have him come on board too. But stick around in case you want to show something else. I've got something in Blender I can share with everybody. I think you guys will really enjoy. Peeling, having a human face, they'll peel off like flesh, crack flesh, and flying everywhere. It'll be kind of a fun one to play with. So how about this, everybody? Let's go ahead. I'm going to stop. He stopped sharing the screen. I'm going to add my screen here, and then I will add the 15-minute timer. Okay. Let's go grab that real quick. We'll take a 15-minute break. Gives me enough time to go make my coffee. And timer, I guess, spell it right. And there's my favorite one right there. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, let's do it. 15-minute break. We'll come back. I'll mute my mic, my camera temporarily, and take a little snack break, bathroom break, all that jazz, and we'll come right back.
All right.
It is that time. Yeah. More blender fun is here. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. And that was great. Kevin, just stay on board here. He's still here with us. He's just in the background listening.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Great, great, great. And David Glenn said he wish he can have coffee. Really? Let's see. There's a bunch of little comments here. A Mexican film. We were talking about sci-fi horror films or earlier. Mexican film about a cargo ship of aliens. A cargo ship of aliens. Yeah, I'd like to know what the title of that film is. If you can find it, Chris. Um, let's see. Enjoyed watching. Okay, see you next time. All right. Okay, great. Um, I wish you could have coffee. Yeah, I wish you. Well, I, I'm a coffee snob. When I drink coffee, I like it from a gourmet coffee shop as the whole bean, and I grind it myself. And I grind it with whole cinnamon sticks. So I blend them together and then brew them to make my coffee. And I like exciting coffee. I don't like but I have friends who just like black coffee. And to me, black coffee is just utterly boring. I know some people would disagree with that, but I'm not a black coffee fan. I like the my vanilla lattes and the such. All right, cool. So I'm sharing my screen now. Let's have some fun. So I downloaded this from Mixamo. Actually, I downloaded a character from Mixamo, and I deleted its entire body and clothing, and leaving only the head and the eyes. What I did was the eyes were separate from the head. I did merge them together. I selected both with the shift key, select the eyes and the head, and then I hit the Control J, so there's all one complete mesh. That's currently called the head, that you guys can see right up here in the 3D outliner in Blender. So we're going to we're going to get a skin to kind of peel off his face piece by piece like a cracked egg, and then revealing the glowing alien underneath. So we'll duplicate the head. So we got the top head here. We'll call it, I'm going to call it egg and then put a dash and call it shell, because that's going to be the shell that's going to peel off. We'll duplicate this with a Shift D, right click to set it back, and call this one head dash, let's say, um, we'll say alien, because we're going to break away the skin to reveal the alien underneath. All right, and what we're going to do is make the alien a little bit smaller. So I'm going to hit the 1 key for the orthographic front face mode. In fact, let's just go over to the solid view so we can see it's a little easier. Alt Z, there we go. And I'm going to just hit the S key for scale. And this is for the alien head. I'm going to just bring it just slightly inside the top. See, right? I'm just bringing it just slightly inside, slightly underneath. Okay, that should work. It might have been better. It might have been better if I had done this instead. I'm going to undo that for real quick. It might have been better if I went to edit mode, go to my face editing mode, A for select all, then hit Alt S, and bring it down so that it's equally resizing lower on all sides of the face right there. See? That's better. And I'm going to just stop it there. Okay. So if we're looking at it, we can see it's equally approximately along every edge. Even if I go to the side view, I've got this. Okay.
So it's scaling on the normals instead of on the
Exactly.
object.
Exactly. Scaling on the normals. All right. Now, let's give the alien a little bit of a alien feature like a body glow. So let's go back in object mode and let's also get out of here and go to material mode. Um, that's the alien. This is my shell. So what I want to do is let's go over to materials real quick, right down here in the bottom. And what we need to do is separate these so that both are using the exact same material, obviously, because we duplicated it, right? So we got that number 2 right there next to it. So if we go to the alien itself, we'll hit the number 2 to make that now a completely separate material so that when I change one, the other one doesn't change also. And I suppose what we could do is call this this material alien glow. And the alien glow is going to have the same materials as the original head, except it's going to glow. And in order to see that effect, I'm going to do a couple of things. First of all, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go over to rendered mode. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to take the background down right up here. We go to the background option. And instead of the dark gray or the medium gray, I'm going to take it down to a little bit of a darker gray like this. So we can see the glow a little better. All right, so the head's selected. I'm going to come over to the material. And let's go over and let's go grab some emission. We'll give it kind of a yellowish emission. So we'll pull it on up, the luminosity up so we can see the pure colors and maybe just add a nice bright yellow in there like so. And then we'll give it a strength glow over to the right. There we go. So what we need to do is turn off the shell. There it is. Because there's my head. Now, that intensity may be fine right about there. We'll leave it right there for now. Now, you can see the glow happening in here because if I go up to the render tab, which is a second tab down on the vertical right side vertical menu with the colorful icons, with that selected, I have turned on the glare controller, right? So for this to work, you've got to be in cycles, which I am right there, showing right here. I got my GPU for the graphics card compute on, and I hit the enable viewport glow. But to make this work, you have to go over to your compositing tab. Now it's not set up for you at first, so you go to the compositing tab. You have to bring in the glare node to set in between here, and then get the glare that you want. Set the glare that you want. Do you want bloom? In fact, here, let me let's do this. Let's pull this. We'll pull this on down, add a little. Trying to add another little window here to see if I can grab. I am not getting my little plus sign. Get it down here. Oh, there. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want right there. Okay, so get that. It's gone. No, I hate it when that happens. All right, no big deal. Come up here. Go back to 3D viewport. Oh, it took the whole thing away. Interesting. And let me go back here. 3D viewport. Go back to my render mode. There we go. There we go. Go back to here and see where am I? I'm in compositing. I lost all that. Okay, so once you have this here, Let me go back to layout real quick. There we go. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. We got a little glow. So set it up with your in your compositing tab. Put a glare node in there. Do a render. Once you do a render, this will show up. And then any adjustments you make to your glare node will automatically be shown here inside your viewer, inside render view here. All right, so we got a little bit of a glow. I'm going to go with this here. And we will now bring the other one on top. Okay, so we got this here. Okay. I'm going to get out of the render mode and go to solid mode and turn off X-ray. All right. Now I'm going to lock down the alien, so I don't actually I can even turn it off, and then I'm going to select the head shell. Now this is going to be kind of fun. All right. We're going to use the explode modifier. We're going to explode this head, but before we do so, we need the explode modifier to work alongside of our particle system. Drinking my coffee here. So we're going to have fun with that. So just so that you are aware, I'm going to go inside of edit mode. You get to see the geometry structure. It's set up for games, for animation. We can look at the face structure and the poly flow. It's all set up for gaming. And it's a single mesh. Now, so I've got enough geometry in here to do what I need to do. So I'm just checking it out. So I'm going to go to object mode, and now we're going to go and apply our particle system. So we can turn anything in Blender into particle system, right? So what we'll do, we'll go to my front face view. All right, hitting the one key on the numeric side of the keyboard, and I'm going to come over down on the right-hand side vertical menu in the blue area. The second blue icon is your particles. Clicking that sets you up for turning any geometry in your system into a particle emitter, which I hit the plus key, it's there. So if I hit the space bar, you've got particles emitting all over your object. Okay. Just 250 frames, that is fine. And I'm going to just stop it and go back to frame 0. Okay. So we can hit the shift left arrow goes to frame 1, or shift right arrow goes to your end of frame. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of frame right about here. Okay, so we got a particle system. Now we need to do something to the particle system. Well, before I do that something to the particle system, what I'm going to do instead is add in the explode. So go to my modifier tab. We're going to add a modifier, and we're going to go to physics, because we're dealing with the physics. We're going to deal with the physics engine right now. So physics, and we're going to see explode, the fourth one down right about here. Click it, and there it is. So explode is there. You have some options here. I want to turn off the dead option. Okay. Now, when I hit the space bar, we've got all the particles showing, in addition to the head being broken to pieces. So let me go back to the first frame. What you want to do is go back to the particle system. So select the head, go to the particle system, and we're going to come on down. Emit from faces is fine. We're gonna change this up to kind of show what these do. And let's see, where is it? I want to come down to the render option where it says halo and say render nothing.
Or if you want, Steve, you could go to the viewport display for those particles and change the particle size so it's not the size of a grapefruit. You can change it down to like a tiny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, actually, inside. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. But in this case, we're going to turn them off completely.
Yeah.
You'll see why in just a moment. So I'm going to hit the space bar. So there you go. So now you got the head breaking it apart in pieces using a particle system. Now it's following gravity, which we really kind of don't want gravity here. So let's go play with this a little bit. So this, oops, kind of getting closer. Let's stop it. Let's go to frame 1 and getting close. There we go. All right, go to our front view here. And inside our particle system, which I have it selected here, we're going to scroll on down to the field weights. This is going to be where your gravity will be located, or your environment to interact with your physics engine. So we're going to take it off to 0. Let's pull this on back and play it and see what it looks like. There you go. Okay, so now we're breaking off the face of the pieces, piece by piece. And we'll just kind of take a look at it, move it around. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
There's another option in your explode modifier to make it so that the polygons are a little more irregularly shaped.
All right, let's go check it out. All right,
it's the cut edges checkbox in your explode modifier.
Right there. Yep, you got it. Go there. Let's go check it out now. Let's go play. There you go. Yeah.
Makes them a little more random in size rather than just the 4 polygons,
Yeah.
4-sided polygons.
Absolutely. So I'm going to stop here. All right, let's go over and take a look at this real quick. Got the cut edges there. I'm going to hit the refresh just to see. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go back to the particles. And that's here. Actually, it's right here for the particles. We got 1,000 particles coming out. We can change that. Lifetime is 50. Let me see with that. If I pull back, let me see how this looks overall. So if I play this, yeah, you can see the particles are disappearing right about there. I'm going to leave it there on 50 for now. I might change it to 100, but I'll leave the lifetime at 50. It's emitting from faces, and the distribution is jittered, right? I like the jitter because what it's doing is coming straight out equally in different directions, almost randomly. If I go to this random, yeah, that could work too, right? If I go, let's kind of get in closer. You also have this thing called grid. If you want to organize it like it, let's go to shift left grid. And I think with the grid, you got to invert the grid. Let me see. Let's see what that does. Interesting. The grid's not working. All right. It's working, but the pieces aren't flying off. So I want to stick to jittered anyway. That was my choice from the very beginning. I'll find out why that wasn't working. All right, we got rotation. Want to click the rotation, randomize the rotation, phase, do something. There we go. Kind of, give them different, and maybe go dynamic. Let's see what dynamic does. Shifts. Right. Yeah.
If you enter a small amount in your angular velocity, you'll see them spinning.
Okay, angular. Oh, up here in velocity.
Nope, nope. You were down. It's open. Angular velocity is flipped
Angular.
open.
There we go. There it is. Right there. Oh, like a tiny amount. All
Yeah,
right.
just like one.
Yeah, one. We want 1 or 0.1.
No, you can just try like 2 or something. You'll see
All right, you
how
got it.
much that they're spinning now. You
All
see how
right,
they're
let's see.
rotating now?
There we go. Yeah. Let's go. Have to go higher. Let's go to 5. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. It's spinning even more. Oh yeah. That's what I want. Let's kind of turn it around while it's doing it. And
It's like that scene in Terminator 2 where she's
yeah.
against the fence, the nuclear bomb hits,
Yeah.
it flies off like paper mache.
All right. So angular velocity. Let's see. I've got to go over to. We got render. There is an option. Oh, let's add on the children and go to interpolation. There we go. Probably we should be seeing more of them. So we certainly get child versions of each particle. All right. Now, let's see. I'm forgetting something here. I know I am. Field weights is dealt with. It's all we want with the field weights, and right up here, dynamic. Now we're going to change the size of the peel, right? So I've got. Let's say if I go pull this right over here, display amount, and we go to say 2. Let's see what happens. Go back. All right. Let's go to 20. Let me see what that does.
I think in your particle emitter, if you lower the number of particles, you'll get larger pieces because more
That's
particles.
weird. Let's give it a try.
Yeah, if
This is
you
the
change that
emitter
number to
to
10,
500.
now try
to-
like 10, you'll see
Like 10.
the difference right away.
Yeah, I know that's it.
See, it's
That's
grabbing more area.
That's where it was. All right.
So
I'm gonna
obviously,
go. We had 1,000 before, right?
yeah.
Let's go 50. No, let's go 200. Yeah, there we go. I can control. And let's do 300. See what that looks like. Oh. Okay. And maybe let's take a look at that again. Okay, we'll go 400. Let's see what it looks like. And let's go back to the beginning. Okay, that looks good. I like that. That looks pretty good. All right. All right. I want to take a look at my settings here. Let's see what we have. We've got the velocity. I don't want to affect. Let me see. Velocity, rotation. For now. Okay. I want to keep everything the same. So I'm going to try something else. Look at my particles real quick, just out of curiosity. I'm going to look at the velocity real quick. For the velocity is actually 1 for the normal. Let's divide that in half. Let's go divide it by 2. Let's see what we get. And I'm going to shift. Yeah, that's a little slower. I want that velocity to be controlled a little bit. Now, there's another option as well. And one of the options is actually bringing a force field. So let me go back to the first frame. Let's stop the animation, hit the space bar here, and shift left arrow. Shift left arrow. Thank you. All right. And let's bring in a force field. So right down here, where are you? Force fields and force field. Okay. And we're going to come down to the physics property for the force field. Strength is 1. Let's take this to like 10. There's my force field. And maybe, you know what? That's probably what was going on. If I play it, let's see what happens. There we go. Now the force field is really giving it some speed. So now to make it more interesting, in my opinion, well, yeah, then I got to bring up the count. Well, why not? Let's go back to the particles. Let's just try it. Go back to the particles here. Let's go to the children. Here under the render, I've got 20. Let's see what we get if I do 60. And at this point, I'm just playing around with it. You know what? I want more stuff flying out of there. I'm going to go to 800 instead of 400. And let's go back. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I want more stuff breaking off the head. Everything else I like. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to select that force field and go to its properties, which is your physics property here, the little, orbiting blue dots. And we've got some noise we can add to it. So if we add a little bit of noise amount, give it a little randomization in there, kind of pull it forward. Let's add a seed, which is going to just alter how the noise is being applied. So shift left click. And let's see what else we have here. We got gravitation. I think everything else I'm going to leave the same. Strength, yeah, that's good. Maybe I'm going to just bring it down to 8 just to see what happens. So I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play here. Yeah, there we go. It's a little slower now. I like that. Okay. Let's pull it back, take a look at it. All right. Let me go to the particle emitter. I'm going to go to 250 frames right over here. So it's starting at 1. Enlarge that a little bit. I'm holding down the Alt and the Control key and zooming in and out, up, pulling the mouse up and down to make this a little larger, make it easier for me to see. So ending at 250 frames, starting at 1. I can play with the seed value for the number as well. Let me see what happens. Yeah, that adds a lot more randomness. Yeah, I like this much better. Let me go to something like 14, see what that looks like. Okay, that's cool. Lifetime is 50, which is fine. Because I want it to dissolve. I want it to dissolve completely. Matter of fact, it's dissolving a little bit too far out. Probably because of the velocity of everything. So what all I'm going to do is just bring down the lifetime. Let's bring the lifetime down to 25 to see what it looks like. All right, and yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to dissolve a lot closer. to the head. And we can even randomize the dissolve, or the lifetime, I should say. So I'm gonna bring the lifetime down to 10. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. And then we'll randomize that. A little bit more. All right, bring that lifetime up to about 20. There we go. That's a little better. All right, it's getting there. Z key, material mode. All right, so the problem we're having now is that these things are real thin sheets of paper. So let's thicken them up. Let's come over here, add another modifier, add the modifier, generate, solidify. Okay. I'm not sure if it'll show me at this frame. There we go. Yeah. Give it a little solidify in there. If I right click, now I'm looking at it, it's kind of real smooth and along the edges, but if I right click on it and do a shade auto smooth, there. It keeps it smooth, but it keeps those corners nice. So they look like shards. Isn't that kind of cool?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not as cool as the plant, but you know, it's fun nevertheless. There we go. All right, let's make an environment. Let's save this thing. Command Shift S. Egg peel head, and I'll put down Twitch. Spell it right. And save it just in case I might accidentally lose it or something. So David Glenn is complaining that he wish he can have coffee. But of course you can. There might be consequences, but you can have coffee. Let's bring in the glowing head underneath. But first I want to bring in the plane. Let's bring in the plane. Let's Shift A, mesh, plane, give it a little base. Let's make this plane really big. Like that. I'm just using my imagination at this point. Let's go to the orthographic view front, bring it down so the body's coming out of the ground a little bit. Okay, and let's subdivide this. So Shift A, rotation and scale, tab, edit, right click, subdivide. Give it probably about 100, maybe more. That's all it gave me with what did I do? That's all it gave me with 100? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it needs to be a lot more. Probably give it 300. 300. Oh, that's kind of weird. I'm sorry. Am I mistyping here? I think I am. It's not working. Interesting.
I think you can only go up to 100 per on that.
Oh, really? Didn't realize that. Okay. I guess it's because I rarely ever go over 100.
Yeah.
So if I go to
do it a
A,
couple of times.
do it again. Yeah, just do it again. Subdivide it again. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like that. That works. All right. Get out of here. Object mode. Well, that plane's a little bit big, isn't it? It is a little bit. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's a little bit big here. Well, I would reduce it down a little bit, like that. Okay. Control A, I should say, and just set my scale and rotation, and let's give this a displacement map. Okay. Um, we're gonna go give it a material. Add a new material. Let's call it ground. Okay. Okay. If we go over to, let me click this here, bring over the web page so we all can see it. Our good old friend Polyhaven. Let's go grab something that they're going to provide for me. My displacement map, my color maps, all the maps that I need to make this thing look great. Textures, and I've got some ground stuff here. Let's go pick something. So I got terrain, we got aerial. Let's go terrain. And let's pick something. Let's see, that stone thing looks kind of interesting. This one here. Rock Face 3. Let's take a look at some of these here. Well, okay. I'm going to reduce the size of my browser so I can see more of these in here. There we go. Control. No, I kind of like that. I like this mud crackling stuff here. Let's do that. Let's do the mud crackling. It's a little bright. I don't like, now the face is kind of bright. The face is a similar color to this. So I want something opposite of that actually, so that the face stands out. Here's something here that's interesting, but I don't know how much of a a displacement I'm going to get. Let me kind of look around a little bit more. This I'll probably get a good displacement map on. I got some large areas that are protruding out up forward, other areas going down into the caverns a little better. So that one might be a good one. Let me just check, just to do a quick little visual scan. And I'm not seeing a lot of course, I could use I can create my own for procedurals also. All right. Okay, so I don't have a lot of choices here. So let me go back and find that one. No, this one here. This one might work. This one's got a lot of bumpiness to it. Let's do this one. Let's try that one. Select it, download it. Let's go put this in this proper folder. So the lessons, presentations, and I believe that I called this one peeling egg or egg peel. I'm forgetting what I called it. So let me see, egg peel right there. Okay, make a new folder and call it images. We'll call it, copy this, make another folder. There we go. Everything's going in its proper, we know exactly where things are and what they're named and why. Let's get out of here. And let's just go on over to bring up Windows Explorer so we can just open up that zip file real quick. So let me go to lessons, Blender presentations, egg peel, I think we called it. Egg peel right there. Images, rock, open it up. Okay, there are my textures. So I'm just going to go grab them, copy them, go back out into the root of the images folder. There we go. We're in the root of images folder here. Copy them, Control V. There they are. View menu, extra large. There we go. Okay. So here is, that's our displacement right here. So that's a nice displacement that I wanted to see for this particular exercise. So let's go ahead and bring these all in Blender. All right, we called it ground, right? So let's come on down here or to a timeline, and let's come over and actually take this and say go to shader editor right down here. So it's selected. Let's go ahead and add our images to it automatically using Node Wrangler. Everybody should know about Node Wrangler, and if you don't, you can put in the chat box that you don't, and I can show it to you. So with that selected, Command Shift T or Control Shift T, I should say, and it's going to ask you, well, where are those images? Well, it defaults to the folder that the file is saved in. So there's my images. Double click it, and there they are. So um, I want a color, which is here. I want the displacement here. I want the normal map here and the roughness map there. So I got about 4 of them. Click the principal texture and it will automatically do everything for me. Now, it's not showing my displacement yet. It will in just a moment. But you get to see this here. It did everything for me. Love that. You got to love that Node Wrangler.
Yep.
So here's the displacement map. It's connected properly. But we got to go to the properties in Blender and tell it to display, to show the effects of the displacement. In addition, I have to be in render mode for it to happen. So let's do this. Let's go to render mode first. And let's see, do I have a light in here? I don't. All right. Or do I? Maybe it's turned off. Let me turn this on. There it is. I do have a light right there. We'll just use a light temporarily. My light source is right there. Okay. Yes, it's at an angle. And this is just a spotlight, I believe, a point light. Yes, that's good. So I can just put it anywhere and it's going to, we'll just bring it off to the side a little bit so we have a little bit of an angular side lighting. Or maybe go to 3/4 right about there. And then bring it up a little bit like that. That's better. Okay, let's go play. All right, select the plane itself. We're going to come over here to the material. And I'm going to go Alt and Control and left click and drag this area again and make it bigger because it accidentally got smaller. And we're going to come on down to the displacement option in your properties, right? So your properties, your displacement option, and you're going to come down and look for settings. Drop it down, and you're going to see that it only says bump only. That's the reason why we're not seeing the displacement. So if we just drop that down, and let's go over to displacement and the bump. So I want to be able to see both of them together. Click it and watch it go. Okay, so it did. Maybe my settings aren't high enough. So I want to go take a look at this here. Heights displacement, and let's double check something real quick. Displacement and bump. So with that selected, let's go over here to the displacement. The scale is super, super low. That's why we can't see it. So if we bring it on up a little bit, there it is. And there's our terrain happening now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's not even 0.1. It was 0.6. I meant to say it's not even 1 yet. It's just 0.6. And that works. I like that. Maybe I'll take the head. I don't have to take the head at all. I can just move the terrain a little bit. So, and I can take the terrain and just move it where I want it. Maybe up on the top of this heel or something, like right there. Move it up slightly in there. The head out of the ground. All right, now let's try this. Is peeling apart. Might be able to do something with this. All right, let's go turn on the background. Shift arrow to the left. Let's go turn on the alien head. So go to alien head and turn it on there. So you can already see it. Let me see. I'm going to come back to here and go back to my timeline view. Yeah, we get because the particles are cracking it up a little bit early. Oh, I know what it is. It's because they're open in these areas back here. All right, that's easily dealt with by adding some geometry that'll cover up these areas. But these are open areas here, so you obviously are going to see the highlights. There's nothing that I can do about that right now. So if I just play it, and then the alien head comes forth as the skin kind of cracks off. Kind of lighting all of this. I wonder what it'll look like if I bring an HDRI background. I think I'll do that. I've got a bunch already. If we go, let's go to shader view. Let's go to instead of object, let's go to world view. Have some fun with this. On my background, hit Control T. There we go. And let's go grab it. What I should do, I'm in the egg peel now. I need to go grab it from somewhere else. And then let me come over here to Windows Explorer. I do have this under presentations, and I think it's under zero HDRI. Hopefully, there it is right there. They're on the zero dot HDRIs. So I can go. I think Bridge will see these. Windows won't display these HDRs. So Bridge I've got open. Let me just go grab it right here. There. Okay. So let's go grab those HDRs and pick one or pick a few, and we're going to bring one over and play with it. So let's go to lessons folder, and let's go to presentation. Let's go to HDRIs right there. Okay. So Bridge will start to preview everything. And with this type of a landscape, what do you guys think we should have? Let me take a look at this. Got an interesting little background back there. I'm not sure if that's going to be ideal, but we can consider that. Maybe something more of an arid background. What's this? Nope, obviously. This one, no. Let's see what this looks like. That's civilization back there. No, I want a bear. Now I can just use these without any type of foreground, right? Like this here. And that's probably what I'm going to do. But I like to kind of like play around. Ooh, we got this one. That could be interesting. That's no civilization. Open landscape. That could be interesting. All right, we'll keep that one in mind. In fact, we'll give that a 5-star in Bridge. We'll go up to that other one I saw. Where was it? I'm forgetting what it was. It wasn't this one. Let me take a look. Oh, that one might work. I'm not so sure. So I'll give it a 5-star. And scrolling down here, I already picked that one as a 5-star. And I'm going to go just take a look at a few more here. and then we'll kind of go get rock and roll. Here's something. That's snow. That looks like snow. And we got this little scene here. I kind of like that as well. So I'll give that 5 stars. Now, with those selected, I'm going to come right over here on the left-hand side on bridge. And I've got my ratings automatically comes up. So whatever markings or anything that associated with the image, it sees it here. So I just click on the 5-star option. That's only on the parentheses. It's telling me that there's only 3 images with 5 stars. So click it, and there they are. So I'm going to select all these. Control C for copy. And then go down to find my egg peel folder, which is coming up. There it is. Images right there. Control V for paste. There. Okay, done. All right, let's go into the environment. We're just going to test it out. So let's kind of bring this down. Go to open. See the images folder. Go ahead and grab it. Let's see what this one looks like. All right. I don't know. We can go to my rotation for the Z axis, right? Right about here. And rotate that background around and see if this speaks to me or not. The lighting. So I've got lighting also being. I'm gonna turn off the light source here. So my custom light source, turn it off. There we go. That's better. Okay, let's go back to my rotation option. And it's utilizing only the lighting, color on the image space. You can see the light coming around. I don't know. That could be interesting. Let's look at another. We had one water, if I remember correctly. So I will go to the folder here again. That was that one. Is that the one we got? Well, here's the one with the water right here. So lakeside there. Okay, let's go rotate that. No, I guess I'm not really. I like the last one better than this. Okay, there's so the water, the lighting, it's behind. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I could go with this, but let's try the one more. Let's try the other one that we selected, and that one had nothing in it. No, in terms of the foreground. We'll just select it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Let's go and rotate that around. Go to my rotation for the Z. And look at the lighting's falling to the left. Let's take it around the back. It's kind of coming from the back top. Now it's a 45-degree angle. I guess this will be more is this more Rembrandt lighting? Let's see what it looks like. Let's keep going. Yeah, that's Rembrandt lighting. 45-degree angle right about there. I'm not liking that particular. Maybe more like this. I wanted to come more from the side. Maybe we'll go to more of a side view. Yeah, I want the texture to have shadows down here. So yeah, I think that's gonna look pretty good right about there. We'll leave it there and play with it. Let's see. Save it. Let's go to my camera view. So Control-Alt-0. Hit the N key on the keyboard for numerics. Go to my view options and make sure. Let me enlarge it first. Let me enlarge that window first. Get it to right about there. Now the N key, and then under view, camera to view. N key to make it go out of the way, and we can adjust everything. So the reason the camera's behaving the way it is because I've got it. I've got not a it's a modifier, but I've got a constraint on it to always point at an empty. It's called empty camera. So if I select the empty and move it up, that will allow me to adjust the camera there. Okay, now move the camera back and move the camera around. You see, I can the camera always points at the empty. I think I'm liking this right about here. Okay, light's too bright. I'm going to go to quickly come over here I'm in the world view. Come on over to the background option, and its strength is about 1. Let's bring that strength down to 0.5. Oh, not 0.05, but 0.5. There we go. You can, kind of tame that lighting a little bit. Okay. Oh, no questions in the chat box. I guess everybody's just kind of watching. Hopefully you're watching and enjoying it.
Watching an alien blow up.
You watching a what?
An alien blow up.
Oh, sorry.
See, they came to our planet thousands of years ago, buried themselves in the sand, and then they come out of the sand on the day when a nuclear bomb goes off and their skin gets shredded.
That's right.
I'm just trying to come up with a backstory for this guy.
Yeah, Godzilla on steroids.
Yeah.
There we go. This starts to fly around. It breaks apart. The lighting's coming off. It's starting to illuminate it. I want to turn down the lighting again in the background just so we can. So it almost gives the alien skin a lot of more intensity. And maybe I've got too much intensity on the alien glow, but that's. I'm in the world now. Let's take it down to 0.3. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, 0.4. See what 0.4 looks like. Let's say 0.35. All right, 0.4. Okay, it's all right. That's right. So now, let me just do one last thing. I'm going to go take a look at the alien head. I'm going to unlock it, come down to the material, and just let me take that straight down to 10. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know. I'm going to go to 12. Okay, that's good enough. So from here, I want to bring in an atmospheric haze. Let's see if we can get this stuff to. So let's save it. Control S. And let's go to Shift A. Let's add a mesh. Let's add a cube. All right, it's covered up everything. Hit the 0 key to go to my just standard overall view. There's my cube. We're going to get rid. Let's go now to my object view. I added a new material to the cube, and I'm going to rename it fog or atmosphere, however you want to put it. And we're going to delete the principal BSDF. We're going to replace it, Shift A instead, with the volume. I forget what it's called, but it's volume scatter. So that's called there. That's for your fog, volume scatter. And then, as you can see, it's black because it's waiting for a command function from the shader. And that command function is going to be volume to volume. There. Okay. It's 1, density is 1, which is actually, usually I have to go a lot lower than that. So let's take it down to 0.5 and see what it looks like. There we go. Let's go to 0, which takes you to camera view. While in camera view, let me zoom in a little more. Let's break up that fog a little bit. And I think what I will do is, let's see what I want to do. I want to add a texture to this. So we are going to add Shift A. We're going to add a noise texture here. And we're going to plug that into the density. And now we need something to tell Blender to alter that noise pattern into black or white. So if I shift control and click on the noise texture here, it might be, but let me get out of this camera view. Pull this out. See, this is what we're getting. That's the noise. It's too big, right? The head's real small. The noise is so big that it's hard for the eye to discern it. So what I would do is I want to go to, instead of 3D, I want to go to 4D options and then take the scale so we can see more of that texture like this. All right, and if I go to, let's go to the camera view, like so. Again, I'm only viewing it from the standpoint of the texture node here. If you want to see what the whole thing's going to look like from the scatter, control shift hold down, click on this, and look at, why is this, let me see, there we go. That's it. There it is. Yep, that's it. Okay, move it back. And this is the reason why, because when you do the techniques where hit control shift click on this texture, it plugs it into the surface. Anything plugged into the surface for a volume takes away the effect of the volume. And you can also see that the noise is also in color, right? You don't want it in color, right? So we're going to think of a quick little way of altering that. And we're going to use our good old color ramp. And what's nice about the color ramp is that I can apply it. I can add any color to it or any value to it. And I'd have a tendency just to start out with black or white. And then I play around with these subtle little midtones in between, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So far, okay, it's looking pretty good. That fog is going to go transparent in some areas and dense in other areas. And we're just going to play around with the settings until we just kind of get what we like. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and start the transparency. So we need a mask, right? Just like in Photoshop. Black conceals and white reveals. And right now we've got color noise. So we're going to change that out here. I'm going to put right down in here, Shift A, and we're going to go and get the color ramp. All right, color ramp's right there, and just drop it on in here. Drop it right there. Come on. There. Okay. There it is. You can see it turn black up in here. Now I can control the intensity of that, right? See? I can control how that fog's going to look. Okay. Gonna pull this down. Pull this out, and let me pull this out of the way. So this is going to the volume. That's a good thing. But you want this into the factor, I think. Oh, we got it backwards here. I think that's backwards. Volume scatter, volume scatter. Volume scatter. Okay, so yeah. Volume. Let's go into the volume. Okay, I think that is backwards. Hold on a second. What am I doing? Volume in the volume. I'm going to volume over here. Thank you. Let's disconnect this. I got distracted by the cell phone. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's move them around a little bit. Okay. There we go. So we're going to start breaking up the fog. So I can intensify it this way. Now you're seeing get a little heavier fog. Let me kind of bring this down. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go back and turn off the camera to view so I can just zoom in closer so it's easier for you guys to see it. And then turn back on camera to view. In key, make it go away. There we go. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. All right, let's go play with this. So I'm going to bring this back. Bring this on over. See? Starting to control where the fog is going to be. Bring over the whites a little closer. So it's not all completely hazy, but some areas are slightly transparent. It's hard to see. Let me go over to my render option over here. Let's go to the top. Come on. There we go. Render option there. Denoise. Take it off. There we go. Take off that 4096, and for its presentation, I just want to do 20. 4096 is way high. That's way high. Just 20. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay, it looks pretty good. I guess what we'll do is play it, see what it looks like. Get more of that glow. Kind of a fun little tutorial. All right. So that was it. That was just it on that one. Let me save it. Yeah, I heard a voice. Then it disappeared. I thought that'll be a fun one. Everybody might enjoy. There we go. Yeah, I like the terrain there. Not me, no. Here, I'll give you the link, David. Now that you're here, you can jump on board. So I know Twitch will kill the chat box for anybody who comes in late. So there we go. All right, we'll go with that. Now I can animate the camera kind of moving around. It's a stupid little simple little tutorial that you can apply to a lot of different stuff, applications. I mean, I could, give these dynamics where they're bouncing off the ground and interacting with one another. But David is coming in. Add to stage. Hello, David.
Hello. Can you
How
hear
you
me?
doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Just got out of got back from the bloodletting.
Oh, really? Giving blood, huh?
Yeah, it's one of the Well, the simple things down 10,000 fold. They have Kaiser has this wonderful system that they call Epic, which is not the game engine, but the medical program that they have. And one of the things that popped up when I finally got mine working, because it hadn't been working for the past 2 or 3 weeks, was I was due for a blood draw. So I said, okay, it's Saturday. I haven't eaten in 12 hours. I'm going to go down and get it done.
Yeah, I hate that. You can't. You have to have not eaten in 2 hours before the blood draw.
Mm-hmm. Well, that some of these tests, they just randomly pop up, and you got to take them, or else they'll cut back some of the services now.
Huh?
I guess that's part of the Medicare thing, because remember, I'm on the Medicare system now.
They want to keep you healthy. That's all.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that everybody's, it's preventative maintenance, so that nothing, so you avoid the real bad stuff, which is a draw in the system.
Yeah.
So there we go. Going back to Blender, there we go. That's kind of a fun one. That's what I wanted to kind of show everybody, because Blender's got stuff like Quick Explode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've shown that before. And Quick Explode. So I suppose you could use that as well, but Quick Explode is interesting.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's straight from Mixamo.
Well, I've been messing around with what's that one program that's out there called Tripo 3D.
Triple 3D, that's right.
And I just brought in a character from one of my YouTuber pals, and I'm looking at the 3D version of it, and it turned out pretty well.
Well, let's share your screen. Let's take a look at what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, finish your stuff first.
That's why I said share your screen. So I'm done.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. All right. So while you're preparing,
let's see. Share screen. Let's do. Well, yeah.
There you go. I see it coming up. I'll remove my screen. and I will add you to the stage. There you go. We can see the happy face symbol.
That's the plant.
The plant
That's kind
creature.
of like my answer to your earlier lesson. And I kind of went like, gosh, somebody's coming up to me and bug me for that. I don't know this is one of Pumpkin Potion's creations, and I'm not too sure how she feels about me doing characters in AI. But this is for the sake of education, so hopefully she won't get too mad at me. And well, she's kind of nice. I like listening to her music. But anyway, she has this character in the back, and I'm not too sure whether it's been so long since I've seen this guy that I forgot who she calls this. I think it's Gus or something like that. But he's your atypical Venus flytrap type of character, and I guess yes, it's probably inspired by Little Shop of Audrey 2, Little Shop of Horrors, and I'm just going to go in here and see if I can kill this and basically show you how I made it. Now, I basically, I went into here and let's see, I can't show you. Darn it. That's the frustration of doing it this way. Let's see. Let's see. How do I kill this? I've done so little with this thing, unfortunately.
What are you trying to kill?
The image here. I think you introduced me to this. You might know how to help me.
Is that Blender?
No.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Tripod or?
Oh, triple. Oh, you want to kill that? Oh, I'm sorry. I could. That's all. I could barely. Hold on a minute. Let me maximize your screen. I can barely see the icons on it. There we go. That's better. Okay.
I wanted to try to see. I haven't generated the model yet, so let me.
Yeah, make a new project or something.
Right.
Oh, this is just a 3D model. This has potential of being a 3D model.
Yeah, what you do is you're going to just make a. You're just going to make a new. You can make a new model, and it's automatically going to start up.
Mm-hmm.
As new option. So right now you're in generate model. I think that's right. Okay, and then over to your left hand side, you've got options. See the plus symbol up there? Click up there on the top of that. I'm not sure if you clicked or not, but
I clicked the upload and it wants me to load a picture.
Right, and that's the way it works. You want to
let me give this one a try.
All right.
I've been dying to have
what I do is I go to an AI program to generate a picture first, and then I upload the picture for it to create.
Well, that's the picture right there.
That's the picture. Okay, good. All right. And then down on the bottom, you can generate the model now, or you've got options up there.
Yeah, I'm generating the model.
All right. You probably told it not to be all quads.
I don't know if it gives me another option. This is still the premium version.
It does. It's right at. Let me open up my version of Trapo here. It's hard to see your screen, and I'll tell you exactly where things are.
It's bit clouding right now.
There's a mesh quality setting that's already set to standard. I don't know if that means quads or triangles.
No, there it is. Found it. You go, the mesh quality should be, I think it should be standard if I remember correctly.
It is by default.
Hold on, let me go to Ultra. It's a, hold on a second, let me check this out. I think it was under standard unless they changed some things. There it is, topology setting. There it is, right there. Okay, you have to be in standard, and then under underneath smart low poly, you'll see a topology option, and then it lists two, quads or triangles. There, right there.
There we go. And it did generate. In fact, it generated more. It kind of messed up the MSI logo, but
if you want to go down to see your geometry structure, down straight at the right below your cursor, those are your viewing options right there. You want to view edges or points. Edges are third from the left, I think. Third from the left. Right there. Is that the seeing the edges?
That's view settings, flat or smooth.
That might be down at the bottom then. It's one of those buttons there, icons. One of them's going to show you a
there's cartoon style. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then at the very bottom, below that, I think it's some other viewing options. If you wanted to see the your grid pattern, your geometry flow.
Yeah. It would be nice.
I think it's down in there.
It'd be nice if they let you generate a model from a picture, but have it be in like a T-pose.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You do that in like Nano Banana first. So you generate your photo in a T-pose, and then it knows to put it in a T-pose. It will do just that.
Ah.
Right. I've done it before. I've got several models.
Yeah, because this pose is just baked in right now.
Right. It's baked in. So if you take this guy here, matter of fact, export a PNG of this guy. I'll show you. Just follow my instruction. Export the PNG. See the export button on the bottom right? But the very bottom middle.
Back in SteamYard?
No. Right here in Tripo. Go down to the bottom screen, right below your red character. There's an export right there. Let's see what options it give you. I think it's in PNG, one of them. Is there? Yeah.
50x.
No, it's no. There is a way to do your. There's a way to export this as a image format.
I think you got to pay extra for that.
I don't think so. Well, you can always take a screen capture. That'll work too.
Well, we do a screen capture.
Yeah, do a screen capture real quick.
That is easy to do. Yes, shift control. Yes.
And once you screen capture, save it as a JPEG or a PNG or a TIFF. Doesn't matter.
I'll just give you my whole screen.
Well, no, you just want the character, Glenn. You don't want Nano Banana, looking at anything else. So
Okay.
Just crop into your character.
Give me a second.
All right, sure. But I use a program called what is this called? It's called Snagit. It's a dedicated.
I use the one that Microsoft now gives you.
Yeah,
Which is pretty good.
I just use that.
I just have to crop it.
That's no big deal. You have Photoshop or something
Yeah,
like
well,
Photoshop?
snag it.
Yeah.
Well, this thing here, it will crop for you. That's not
Oh,
a
good. Oh, that's
issue.
great. That's great.
It's very good. I've been using it a lot. Let's see. Let me save this, and let me put it
Ask
in
this: are you
downloads.
Glenn? Are you sharing your entire screen?
I'm just showing the. No, I'm showing. I tapped onto just this.
Okay, because if you show your entire screen, we can see what you're doing.
Yeah. Just a second. I have
And
to go back to let's. I have to go.
so you're doing some valuable editing here that viewers might want to see, and they can't see it because you only got it dedicated to this software.
Okay, hang on a second.
So just share your entire screen.
Share
Screen
screen.
and look for entire screen.
Entire screen. Window. Entire screen. Let's go this way. Share. And
And you should come back. Actually, let me make sure. There we go. I'm gonna take this one off. That's Kevin, David, and there we go. That's it. You're there. Now we can see everything.
let me turn this. Okay.
There you go.
I'm using a thing that's simply called the snipping tool. And in case you ever want to get into it, let me see if I can zoom.
And what you have there, David, is fine. You can use
Yeah.
that. Bring
Oh,
that
well,
into.
I'm just going to show you guys how it works.
Okay.
It's up to you. But basically how it works is that to activate it, you got to do a shift, your Windows screen and an S, and it will appear.
And so that's the Windows key and S. I'm gonna try it.
You'll see this little sub screen, and it will capture video. It will capture images,
Huh.
just like this. And then when I go over to bring it up,
So is this embedded in Windows 11?
yeah,
Didn't know that.
it's one of those fun tools that they give you for free.
Screen capture on steroids.
And now I did a screen capture on my snipping tool.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's worth. And then, of course, if you want to, you can go in here and, mark it up, which I'll try to undo. Or you can go in here and erase, which is not where. Oh, it's because I'm not doing the right one.
But you don't really need to show that. Just let's export it out and send it into Nano Banana, so we can show
Okay.
it.
Let's do that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and crop this. Crop this.
There you go.
I think it's based on the snippet tool. But it's just one of those things that Microsoft gives you. Once in a while, they do be kind. And I have a notion to bring in that squirrel. Squirrel from give me coffee is pretty cool. I don't know who made that. I think it was one of our LightWave people. I'm not too sure. Let's see. I want to go to David. I usually put everything in downloads. Where are downloads? Downloads. Oops, I keep missing it. Downloads. And I'm just going to call it screenshot, and it's a PNG.
Okay.
So I'll kill that. And let's see, what do I want to do next?
Go to Google.
I'm going to go over to here again.
I think it's
Go
Google
over
Gemini.
to where's the thing to send you the picture?
To send me the picture?
Yeah. You want me to send you this picture so you can put it into
I thought you were going to do it. So do you have access to Google, Google's Nano Banana or Google Gemini? I think is what they call it.
okay, I can do yeah. I got Gemini. Let's see. Like that.
Yeah, just find Nano Banana or Gemini AI and Google the Google's AI.
Uh-huh.
And it should be, is there an images? The screen is so small. I'm just going to try to take a look at it real quick. Is there an option that tells you for images? So, yeah, right down there, create image. Click the button. Dave,
Yeah.
or the bottom of your screen, on the bottom right below, right below the chat box.
Oh, create image.
Yeah. Now, go drag the image in there.
Okay, just a
Or
second.
click or click the plus button to have it drag it in. Your choice. Plus to your left. Upload files. There you go.
And I want to
Is that him in the middle? Oh, that wasn't him? Okay.
No. I don't think it was. I think that was my other one.
All right.
This is the one you wanted, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so now in the bottom, put in the description, place character in T-pose. I think that's all that's necessary. Then go ahead and click your enter button and see what it does.
This is the, by the way, this is the AI engine that I use to calculate my.
There it is.
This is the AI engine I use to calculate my blood sugar.
Yeah. So now, but we're going to focus on Blender right now.
Yeah, of course.
So export them out and bring them into Triple.
Okay. I think I got it. Let's see. Let's go.
Go to your option for go at the very top of the page. Go there. That's right. Click that button.
Model.
Yeah. And then bring in a new image. Delete that one. Bring in a new image. There. And make sure you have quads only. So you're in.
I'm in quads.
Yeah, quads only.
Polycount is. Okay. Let me see what that looks like.
Yeah, see what it looks like. So I do everything. I do visuals first. I get anything that I want to create in an AI 3D generated program. I do all the images first. That way you're going to get exactly what you want. So you get a preview in the 2D, and then once you've got that set, bringing that into your 3D AI program. I think it's one of the most efficient. You can also do text to 3D, but you're taking a chance on what you're going to get. You won't be able to control it. But if you use Google AI, where once you create a character, you like the character, but you want to make changes to it, the Google AI engine won't change the character. It'll keep the character and make any changes to things pertaining to the character, like its shirt style, shirt color, pants style and color, hairstyle, stuff like that. but the character will stay the same.
Mhm. I might also add that when you have this program generated, this program relies on it gives you a certain amount of points each month to do stuff.
Yeah,
And every time you generate a character from this text, it's going to add that portion to your. So it's gonna cost you more points to generate using this program, which you're using something like Google Gemini. You're using a program that let's see.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
see,
pretty good.
pretty damn good. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. If you look at your geometry flow, which is there's a button on the bottom of the screen which shows you your not there your bottom middle bottom. It'll show you the wireframe view.
Geometry flow. Is that this one here? Wireframe?
Yeah, try that wireframe. There you go.
It's pretty intense,
Yeah.
but it needs a good deal of
So export this out, and bring it into Blender.
that's not, why not? FBX?
Yeah, it to do just fine.
Okay. There it goes. Now let's bring it into Blender.
Got it.
Go grab. I'm going to go grab this and just drag it over.
Let's start a new file.
Now this one here is also this is a character I did. This guy right here in the background.
Okay.
I did that using this program.
All right.
I kind of fell into it, and I went up to it and said, "Hey, create me a bad guy that looks like David Boy, and is pretty mean." And I think it did a fantastic job. In fact, let me do one thing here. On this guy.
Don't get sidetracked on this here. We'll come back to this one.
Okay. I mean, you gotta admit that's a pretty cool dude for an evil character.
Very cool, dude. I like him.
Uh huh.
I like the strong jawline.
Uh huh. Oh yeah. They're great. This program is great as far as figuring that out. Now let's go over and do a new general, and I'm gonna just go ahead and save this because I know it's a good one.
Yeah.
Take this guy away and file, import FBX, drag, and let's see, I'm not in documents, I'm in downloads, yeah, and let's see, 3D Dragon model FBX, that couldn't be that easy. What did it export it as? Give me a second here.
Sure.
Come on.
That's right there in your thumbnail.
I'm clicking on it. It's not going.
Oh no, your mouse is clicking on the bottom thumbnail. Right above it, I'm seeing a bigger thumbnail. Oh, at least I'm seeing it.
Oh, that is it. Okay. Never mind. Let's see.
There you go. Nice.
And bingo. I got my dragon. Now, you got your usual AI issues. Like the MSI logo is kind of crap.
It looks like it even modeled the MSI into the geometry.
Right.
When you were in like wireframe mode, it looked like it's stamped onto him or something.
Could be.
can you go to edit mode? Let's take a look at the geometry inside.
Oops, I'm done.
Tab key, edit mode.
I'm sorry. I'm doing this all wrong.
It's the blood draw.
They took too much. You know, I
Wonder if you
started.
could like just unsubdivide that guy a little bit and sort of lessen up on some of that.
Yeah,
That's not bad though.
it's not bad, but there's a lot of polys there.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I always tried to do, because I come from ZBrush, and in ZBrush you have basically the thing that goes through and basically goes through and lowers the poly count on this thing. And normally that's where I would my tendency would be to go to, because it works for it works for all the. Now, one other thing I didn't look at.
That's the decimate plugin or modifier.
Yeah, decimate. And they got it, and to the credit of the guy who created the decimate for ZBrush, he also has a plugin for Blender, which I should buy. But okay, any other magic you want me to pull?
What was that?
Any other magic that you want me to pull?
That's it. Well, we're pretty much out of time.
Oh, okay. I was going to say one of the things that they have here, and it's just one of the things I kind of wish I haven't been able to get it to work too well. Maybe I just need to. And that is basically the auto rig.
Yeah, I don't do the auto rig. I just do the rigging done in Blender.
Yeah.
Or take your character into mixer mode, let it auto rig it for you, and then bring that into Blender.
Yeah, I use that. I'll be honest with you. I've taken the guilty pleasure so many times of using Mixamo for my rigging. It's just.
I've done it through Mixamo before, and I've gotten successful results. But
I think a lot of people have.
I got successful results, but what's nice is if you bring it into Mixamo, you can also apply animations, and then you can bring that.
Well, that's great for if you want to, case in point, create something that you want to quickly incorporate into a gaming program, which is what I often do.
Yeah,
or if you just want to generate something that poses well in Mixamo, and you can duplicate that in Blender, and then you can go in and create your own pose animations, which I like to do a lot. It makes posing, lead pipe simple. But I won't get into that here because it's almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it is 1 o'clock. We have to.
Or 4 o'clock for me.
4 o'clock. That's right. That's right. You're 3 hours ahead.
That's right.
Well,
I'm in Washington State, so.
Well, I'm going to be on the Eastern time schedule when Wonderfest comes around at the end of May, because I'll be in Louisville for the Wonderfest convention, and that's the 3D the Builders convention. Cool. I'll go ahead and stop sharing your screen. I can.
Thank you.
All right. So let me bring add me. Thank you. And then I want to go to just me right about there. So actually, I can go to all of us here. Let's remove your screen off.
Yeah.
And then I think all of us can be here. Yes. Okay. So, of course, if your cameras are on, the guests can see you. Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank
I'm
you,
working on
David.
that.
David.
My-
Next time, David, when David comes back next week, he'll be lots of blood will be in him, so he'll be normal.
Drink some
I
orange
haven't
juice.
been normal since Christmas.
So okay. Now, FYI, my advanced Blender class starts tomorrow morning. Anybody's interested? I've got you in there, David. I'll be sending out. If you haven't already received it, I'll be sending out again reminders. And I will. Let me actually put the link in here real quick. In fact, well, I'll bring on over to this here, Terror from Beyond. I'm definitely going to check that one out. Let me go to our website here, and I'll give everybody the link. Now, I'm going to give you guys a discount code. So, revolution.com. This is the advanced modeling class. So, for those who've already taken my beginning Blender class or has a beginning level knowledge under their belt, going to the workshops, going to Blender 3D, and I'm going to take you straight there. So it should be right up here. Advanced modeling right there. Okay, so I'm going to grab this link, put it into your chat box for your convenience. And I'm going to give you guys a discount code. So there it is. And use the following discount code. And this discount code ends on Monday. Let me spell things right here. Discount code. And this is New Year's 2026. Make sure I'm spelling it right. 2020, or else it's not going to work. All right, that should say New Year's 2026. Yes. There. Okay. So use that discount code. So I think I only have a couple of seats left in that one. So if you're interested, register now. That's your discount code. And I'd love to see you in the class. So it's going to be getting into a lot of organic modeling, sculpting, custom creating, not just landscapes, but challenging hard surface modeling workflows and techniques, understanding particular workflows and techniques for modeling that we don't do in the beginning class. So real fun class. 5 weeks. Every week we're recorded. Okay. That's it. Unless you guys have anything else to announce.
Nope.
Nope.
Not much.
No.
All right. So then thank you both again. And thank you everybody who's joining us. We'll see you guys next Saturday. And I'm going to go ahead and thanks for joining the Blender 3D and LightWave discussions. I do plan on having the LightWave, the owner of LightWave and Deuce back pretty soon. I'm working on dates for them. So I'll keep you guys informed about that as well. All right. We'll see everybody soon. So what I will do is